We've had several requests for an update to this story, a terrifying drive by a rural East Grand Forks woman earlier this month. Unfortunately, nothing new to report here. I talked with Nate Rash of the Polk County Sheriff's Department, who says they haven't received any tips or have any leads in this case. However, if you've had anything similar happen around the area, please get in contact with us. Our phone number's on the screen here or email. We'd like to hear from you. Meanwhile, for those of you who haven't seen this story yet, here's our original report from October 17th.
Neil Carlson here. On the phone with me is Leah Brault, who lives in rural East Grand Forks. You had a scary experience Thursday night. Just explain what happened, I guess.
Oh, I was so terrified. Going north out of East Grand Forks on Highway 220, where the speed limit changes from 45 to 60 miles an hour. It was very, very black out on Thursday night, and there was no one on the highway. All of a sudden, a pickup truck came up behind me very, very fast, so I turned my cruise control off and started to accelerate a little bit. The pickup got up next to me and remained next to me for quite a few seconds. I glanced over once, but it was dark out, so I couldn't watch, and I thought maybe he was cussing at me or had road rage or something. He gunned his motor and got about a half a mile ahead of me, and all of a sudden he whipped his pickup over to the shoulder of the road, threw it into park, jumped out of the pickup, and laid down in the middle of the lane. I hit my brakes. I almost ran him over, and I was almost to a complete stop when he jumped up and started running toward my truck again. So I gunned the motor and went around him in the other lane, and that was about a mile and a half before the St. Hilaire turnoff. About 3/4 of a mile after the St. Hilaire turnoff and the S-curves by the Bethany Church, he came back up behind me. I swear he was doing over 100 miles an hour. He was hauling a car trailer on the back of his pickup. And he got up next to me and started moving over before he was completely past me. So I, again, hit my brakes, and he got very far ahead of me, and I kept going slow. I think I was doing maybe 15 miles an hour because I didn't want to get close to him. All of a sudden, he stopped in the very center of the highway this time. So I stopped my vehicle. There were no cars coming or going, and he was waiting, and we were between crossroads. I didn't know what to do. And I was getting to the point of hysteria, and thank God a Trans-Systems truck came toward us from the north, and he turned off onto County Gravel Road, 110th Avenue Northwest, went down about 1/8 of a mile, and shut his pickup and his lights off. At that time, I crept up to that crossroad so I could read the street sign to see what road it was, and I called 911. And from there, I was transferred to the county sheriff's office, who transferred me to Minnesota State Highway Patrol, who transferred me back to the Polk County Sheriff's Office.
Okay,
and,
but you've now talked to them, filed a report?
I did file a report, and I want to thank Sheriff Cadman and Deputy Lee because They eased my mind a little bit. I'm still very, very shaken up by this ordeal, and I'm afraid for the women in this county. Had it been somebody's grandmother or teenage daughter, had it been anyone else, had they stopped, I'm wondering what would have happened. I am quite sure this person's intention was to load my vehicle up on that car trailer and leave me laying in a ditch. And
Right.
it was a very terrifying night. I have not slept yet.
Okay. Well, we'll keep track of this with the Sheriff's Department and see if we can find out anything.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I just hope that I want everyone to be safe. And if you're driving at night, do not stop for anyone unless it's the police.
I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNewZ.TV.